Happy Monday to you, NIO fam. It's Monday, November 24th, 2025. It's a little after 10, almost 15 minutes after 10 Central Time as I record this. There's your date and timestamp. We've got NIO trading at about just over $5.80 as I'm recording this, a little under 20 million for the trade volume. But I want to come back and talk about the Max Pain. These price points actually changed even from the weekend when I did a video. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. But first, let's talk about the perspective, the guesstimate on weekly numbers under 10,000, according to Thinker Car. That plus the roughly 11,000 from last week, and then probably 9,500 for the week before, something like that. Probably a couple thousand in addition to that. My guess is I would say NIO's probably at 33 to 35,000 for the month. Now, they have the potential, I think, to get close to 50,000, but I'll really be wondering what they're going to give us if they'll offer guidance in the earnings call, which will be within 24 hours from now. So for the fourth quarter, that's what I'm wondering. With over 40,000 coming in October, they have a lot of work to do to hit their goal of about 150 for the fourth quarter. 150,000 is a lot to get done, especially considering all the brands are premium. But speaking of the brands, this is the NIO breakdown year to date. I wanted to share this, and then also the Onvo year to date. Of course, the numbers are a little different based on models and the refreshes and the releases. And so this is across all three brands, the breakdown. I just like these. And so I wanted to share them in case you hadn't seen them. But this is kind of bigger picture now for just a minute. I wanted to talk and think about this. NIO with the 11th spot with just the BEV sales under 130,000 from January through October. Onvo also in the top 20 at the number 17 spot. Of course, if we combine those and then threw in Firefly, NIO is certainly in the top 10 across the NIO Group with battery electric vehicle brand sales. If we look bigger picture, then all of this blue in the future will be gone, and it will be replaced, with either green or orange. And NIO looking to take more market share from Audi, BMW, and Mercedes with both the NIO and Onvo brands, I think is well positioned to do just that. That premium kind of subsegmented piece of the market is the slowest to pivot over and away and into pure BEVs. So NIO still looks the best position in my mind, in my opinion. But I'd like to come back now briefly to this guy because this is what we're seeing now for the Max Pain, and really the next Friday expiry date with a lot of out of the money calls is going to be January 16th. So we're already into 2026. But what's interesting to me is we saw a change here on the November 28th, December 5th, December, basically through the end of this year. This is the Max Pain and what it was the other day. In fact, the video that I did over the weekend, I'll pull that screen up here in just a second. This is what it looked like. And I don't know if you can see this clearly, but this is the November 28th. This is the video over the weekend, and you can pull that video up. I'll link it in case you didn't see it. $6.50 was the Max Pain price point. It's now down at $6. $6.50, $6.50, $7, $6 into the end of the year. But if we come back to what we're seeing now here on this Monday, $6, $6, $6, $6, $6, and then $5.50 to start the year in 2026. Now, again, I was kind of more curious about the bigger numbers like this and what we would see. But now that all of this has changed, I wanted to point it out, make people aware of it, especially as with earnings coming within the next 24 hours. I won't be surprised if there is more volatility or craziness, maybe to the upside, maybe to the downside. But what we've seen in the last roughly month, about, I think the last 4 weeks ending on Friday, is Max Pain has come in. The price point for NIO stock has been lower than the Max Pain price point. So with that, I wanted to mention it, make people aware of it just in the short term. Again, the trade volume and the indicators at the bottom of the screen, I'll keep them there for the short-term stock price. Just, I wish more people would become aware of things like the market makers or perhaps market manipulators who maybe just control stock price, not just for NIO, but a lot of others. By the way, I'm going to probably start doing a random video each week, and maybe I'll pick a few different stocks and pull up their Max Pain and different things that maybe stand out for me. And a teaser for you, NVDA and $140 price point is one that I've got in mind that I will share in the next video that I do when I do that. So in any event, thanks for sticking around to the end. Those of you who did, have a great day or night, And oh, I'm sure Marcel Munch, he's really good about live streaming the earnings for NIO. So I'll try to remember and drop a link for one of his videos in case you haven't been to his channel. That way, if you want to follow along and track things, he may even cover it before they actually do. I think he maybe starts covering things as soon as there is a release, even before they do the call. So anyway, have a great day or night. Whenever you see this, I'll see y'all again very soon.